So let me try and explain to the ladies why the men don't want a woman that's been with a whole bunch of men. Why it brings down your value in the eyes of men. When a man marries a woman, for him, to us, it's supposed to be a special woman. Special to us is a woman that a lot of men have not had. A woman that is respected, is respectful, is feminine, knows how to deal with us, treat us, and cater to us. That has to be beneficial to the man. We don't just marry you because we sleep with you and the sex is good. The sex could be great and you could be missing all the wifely qualities. We'll never marry you. We could date you for years, but we will never marry you. That means you're good enough to be a girlfriend, but you're not good enough to be a wife. That's just what it is. This is just the way we look at it. You might be good enough to sleep with and not good enough to date. There's a lot of you that the men will say, oh, I'm your friend, or we'll be cool. And you want to date them and they don't want to date you. And they're giving you all these excuses why they don't want to date. In real reality, they don't want to date you. They don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you the truth that you're really not girlfriend material. Because a lot of you are older. And you can't really change much older women. Older people are very hard to change. And they're kind of set and stuck in their ways. So they don't really want to deal with the older women for that reason. But this ain't the video for that. I'm going to try to explain to you why the men don't want to have a woman that's been through a lot of men and why this lowers her value. When you go through a whole bunch of men, you're killing the value in yourself because you're not going to be able to pair bond with the man you need to marry. You're going to have too many preferences, expectations that just aren't real, and you're going to put on this guy because you've been through all these men. I'm going to give you an example. Say you've been dealing with a lot of men and you had tall ones, short ones, young ones, old ones, skinny ones, built ones. You just been through the men. Okay, let's say the tall man was grabbing you by your neck when he was sleeping with you. Y'all think that's cool. That is cool to a degree to some people. But then let's say you got another guy and you said, well, my ex used to grab me by my neck. He tall. This is the second tall guy. He starts spitting in your face. You say, man, this dude's wow. You know, I like this. The way he doing me. You know, he spitting in my face, spitting in my throat, kissing me. So now he's spitting in your face and spitting on you. And you cool with that. You like that. You keep sleeping with him for a while. Slept with the other one for a while. Now you sleep with him for a while. But that don't work out. Then you get another guy. You start sleeping with him. And he starts busting in your face. Spitting on you. Busting on you. Busting in your face. Busting in your mouth. Sticking it down your throat. Then you get with the next guy. He starts making you gag till you throw up and then shoving it back down your throat again after you done threw up because he's into that nasty kinky stuff. He's spitting on you too and he choking you up and doing all kind of shit to you. Now, you find that to be different. That's how y'all look at it. It's different. Oh, this is wild. I'm really into sex. I'm doing all these things. You know, now, man, I'm in this level. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. What you're not understanding, ladies, is you're being mudded out by these men that don't want to marry you. The things that they're doing to you, they won't do to their wife. The things they doing to you, they won't do to people they care about. They do this to people they don't care about. We will sleep with a woman a certain way that we have no intentions of dating. Seriously. We will do things to a certain woman that we really don't want and don't care about. Like you got men that will pass the woman around to their friends. And she'll think she's really getting treated special. In real reality, they're just going to mud her out and then talk about it in private, what they've done to her together and how far they went. And she's sitting there thinking, this is the way to go. No, this is where you're lowering your value, and you ain't gonna have no self-worth when it's over. Because ain't no man of value gonna want you. You ain't special. You've already been hand-me-down. You've already been ran through, mudded out, yoked up, spit on, just all kind of sick shit. No man ain't gonna want that. Now, let me go further so you understand it. Now, say you've been getting did like this for years, and you have nothing to show for it because you have no marriage, no rings, just a bunch of experiences that you've had that any man of value will find disgusting. Any other man will say, she just a hoe. This is a person you do your thing with, but you don't stick with her, you don't stay with her. This is how all men are gonna view you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Let's say you don't tell the man you with and you get with him. And he's dating you. And one day y'all out. He's a man of class. You're complaining that the sex ain't so good to your girlfriend. He doing all these things to you. You ain't making a sound. It ain't turning your knob because you done got mudded out by all these guys. So now you have all these expectations and preferences that are just outrageous. And you don't want to tell the guy you with because he's conservative. He couldn't handle it. I don't want him to know my past. But he's sensing a lot of things just ain't right. And that one day he out with you, this is where you mess up at when you don't tell him. I would say tell the guy up front so he knows and then he can make a decision. Maybe he like all those sick things too, and he'll go ahead and be with you. Maybe he won't, but at least you'll know and you won't put a lot of time into something and find out later that they don't want you. And they have every right not to want you because you didn't tell them. Because a lot of the special woman for us is an honest woman. A lot of what's special to us is an honest woman. A woman that tells the truth. The worstest thing you ladies could do that you like to do is lie. And think that your lie is going to go unfound out. What does God do when he's in the life of that man? He shows it to him before he makes a major decision that could affect his life forever. He shows it to him. He brings one guy forward or two. And let me tell you how this works. The guy's out with you, or he at the gym with you, and he sees this guy staring at you. And he sees a guy staring and he starts saying, who is this guy? Why is he staring like that? And you say, I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know why he's staring like that. Well, then down the road, he comes in the gym one day, you ain't there, and this guy knows one of his friends that's in the gym. And the friend says, hey man, I need you to know something. I got somebody want to talk to you. I'm gonna tell you something. Your lady not here with you today? Okay, good. Let me introduce you to this guy. This guy right here, this guy be staring at me and my lady. Yeah, he's staring at you because he used to date her. What? Yeah, he used to date her. And the stuff he was saying, man, you need to hear this about your lady. The guy gonna want to know. He gonna want to know. He gonna be curious of what the man gonna say. So this is how men look at it. I'm saving him by telling him the truth about you so he don't make the mistake and think that you're a good girl when you're really not a good girl. So I'm gonna tell him before he get messed up with you and make that mistake. So now he tells him how they used to pass you around, or how he used to dog you out in the room, how he used to be choking you on the shit and spitting in your face and choking, and the guy's like, no, not her, not my girl, no, not her. She would never do that. That's not her. No, you got the wrong guy. You got the wrong girl. Man, look, I got videos of me doing this to her. I got pictures of me and her together. Man, look, you don't know my girl. So he takes out his phone, shows him the pictures. Then he shows him the video. And once your guy sees it, it's over for you. It's over for you. Because let me explain something to you about a man. Once he sees that you lied and this other person is telling him things that he couldn't even imagine. Then he starts putting it together. Let me tell you how the mind works. He starts looking back at when he was sleeping with you, how you reacted when it's over, how he wanted to be nice and gentle with you, and he found out that you was getting dogged out by this other guy. Then he looks at the man and sees that the man is just, you know, maybe taller, maybe bigger, and or just terrible shape or out of shape or just hooded out. And he say, damn, look at the type of shit she been dating. Like, look at who she was talking to. This guy don't got nothing going. But I'm glad that he told me what he told me. It was meant for me to hear. Now, he looking at you totally different. He'll never look at you the same. And you should have told him. Because now the other man has told the story that you should have told. And guess what? He ain't holding back nothing he did to you. See, y'all are downplay things. When men go tell other men, they don't downplay it. They tell that nigga everything he wants to know. Because the way we look at it is, we glad that somebody letting us know who you really are. See, that's a lie. And it's the same way the other way around. If you had a man that used to be on drugs or a man that was doing, you know, outrageous things, you want to know who you dealing with. You want to know where he came from. So to me, it's the same thing on the other side of that coin. But y'all seem to only see it when it's done to y'all and not when y'all doing it to other people. Now, he's wondering why when he try to hold your hand or hold you at night, you can't do it. He wondering why when he try to hold your hand, it's sweaty and you can't hold his hand. He wondering why when he try to give you a kiss, you more like ain't really into kissing. He wondering why when he go to do it with you, you want to turn around and get done from the back all the time. Let me tell you another thing, ladies, that you need to understand. When a man meets a woman and he not really attracted to her, he don't want to kiss her, deal with, he gonna kiss on you, he ain't gonna do none of that stuff. If you are one of those women that get mudded out, men are not gonna kiss you, they're just a cold, they ain't gonna do it. The nasty, tore up looking man might do it. But the man that got respect for themselves, they not gonna kiss you, right? So now they're just gonna beat you from the back. And that's the thing. They don't want to get in your face. They don't want to look at your face. They don't want to get up on you like that. They trying to blow your back out. They trying to dog you out, just run you in the ground, just munch you out, do everything they could possibly do to you because they don't want to date you. They don't want to be with you. That's what you do to something you don't care about. It's like a rental car. A rental car dirt bike or a four-wheeler. You take it out of the mud, you do all the crazy shit to it, you jump shit with it, you speed off with it, you do wheelies with it, you do burnouts with it, you flip it over, you do all kind of shit, you mud it up, and then you go spray it out, clean it out, bring it back, and act like you didn't go do all that shit with it when you go give it back. You just give it back and, you know, try to make it look decent and just give it back. A lot of people don't even care, they just bring it back dirty and messed up. They like, it ain't mine, it ain't my problem. It's theirs, and it's their shit. They got to deal with that, I don't. That's how the men look at it. And I know it sounds a little heartless and cruel, but this is men. You ladies are real heartless too, in a lot of ways, the way y'all do the men. But y'all need to understand what y'all doing and understand how y'all being viewed to men and how we view you as men. Now, a good man, how can he compete with something he don't know he being competed with? Translation. He not pleasing you in the room because you not really telling him the truth of who you are. So he can't really compete with somebody he don't even know he competing with, all these men. Because that's what he would have to do. Because you holding all these good things from each guy that you done been with and these high preferences that all these different men done gave you, now you're ruined. You will have no value. No man can compete with all those men. They can try. They might be able to get up in there and might do a great job. But who wants to do that and have a person like that and be doing this shit to a person every day? Because that's not caring about them. That's you can love somebody, choke them up a little bit. You can do that. But when you get into degrading somebody, passing them around, letting them sleep with other people, you don't care nothing about that person. You just don't. A person they care would never do that to the person they care about. And a lot of you ladies are really lost and don't understand men at all, and really don't know how we see things. So that's what I'm making the videos for, so you understand. Now, when it come to pair bonding, here's where things gonna get more messed up. Now you're supposed to be feminine and have all these feminine qualities and know how to cater to a man, right? So now when it comes to you rubbing his feet, rubbing his back, laying with him in the bed, having his food ready, you like, man, I don't do none of that stuff. I ain't had to do none of that. He asking me to cook. He asking me to rub on him. He too easy for me. He asking me to do too much. Guess what? He's asking you to do what a wife would do. Those are feminine traits, feminine qualities that a woman's supposed to have. And because you went out and slept with the whole block, you masculine. Mostly masculine women do this. That's why I always say masculine is good in the bedroom, but not good in a relationship or good in marriage. And be honest with you, it really ain't even good in the bedroom, because you guys come in and just have all these expectations. You're aggressive towards certain things. The man can't introduce you to nothing new. You done did it all. It's just no value in it. If everybody done had it, what value does it have? If everybody has had it, what value does it have? If a whole bunch of people took this car and drove it and put all these miles on it, dents in it, nicks in it, scratches in it, all kind of burnouts in it, and done passed it all around, they had about 6 owners, 7 owners, what value does that car have when it gets over to you? Why would you want somebody to pay full price like they was buying a new car for an old car? You ladies have to be realistic about things. You guys are just not realistic at all about life. You wouldn't want to pay full price for something that everybody else done dogged out and had before you. But you want somebody to pay full price for you because it's you. And you're not being realistic with reality, because no one's going to do that. No one's going to pay full price for something that's not new, that's used and old. And if someone takes the care and decide, you know what, you say, well, he ain't giving her a chance, they don't even give us a chance. Let's say he gave you a chance. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to do none of this stuff. You would have to change and do a whole 180 from who you are and become this whole other person just for you to become qualified to get married. You have to offer something to the men. A lot of you ladies don't have nothing to offer the men. You ain't got no feminine traits or qualities. You don't got no cooking skills. You sleep with a whole bunch of men. You don't smell right no more after that. Niggas done tore your insides up. All your walls gone. It takes a horse dick to please you. It's just too much. It's just too much. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So, I had to say it. Needed to try to explain it as best I could. I could get in more detail or depth about it. But what I'm saying is, to marry, you have to be a wife to become a wife. That's what your Bible says. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, meaning you already a wife. You already acting like a wife, thinking like a wife, dressing like a wife, carrying yourself like a wife. A wife don't go out and sleep with a whole bunch of men. A wife don't go out and put herself in front of the men. A wife don't say it's about her career and her job. Listen, you got 2 women, a masculine woman and a feminine woman, right? And this is real. You ask the masculine woman what's her goal in life, she'll say her school, career, and a job, right? Because she wants to be independent. Why does she want the money? She wants to be independent of a man. She don't need the man if she gets the money. That's what y'all think, but y'all don't know about maintenance, okay? Everything in life requires maintenance. Without the man, your shit ain't gonna look the way it do. It ain't gonna ride the way it do. It ain't gonna be maintained right to do that, okay? But then you go and you ask the feminine woman what's her goal in life, and she says she wants a husband and a family. You ask the masculine woman what is first in her life, she gonna say her job and her career. You ask the feminine woman what's important to her in life, she gonna say a man and children and a family. She putting the man first. That's the wife. That's the wife. That's the wife. The man wants the woman that's feminine, because the feminine woman is going to put him first the way it's supposed to be. And I want to make something real clear to you ladies right here, right now. The way that the wheel has already been forged and made is the way that it works. It's been done this way for thousands of years. You're not going to come in and reinvent the wheel the way the Creator created it. You're just not. The animal kingdom know that the female animals know they need the males to survive. They need the males. And the males are what? Bigger, stronger, faster, more powerful. Okay? A feminine woman puts the man first. That's how she gets the family. She's still gonna be famous. She's still gonna live the great life if she picked the right man that's going after stuff and she keeps him happy. She's still gonna be rich and have all those great things. And she's gonna have somebody there to help her maintain those things. But a masculine woman gonna be by herself fighting her own battles. She gonna be by herself going to the movies, going to restaurants, driving in her big car or truck that she went and got because she liked the truck and she see all the men with it. There's just certain things as a woman you're not supposed to do. And when a lot of women say, well, I was by myself and that's why, I had to take on the masculine role, because that's what happens. A lot of you choose to be by yourself. So I don't feel bad for you. What I feel bad for is your sons, your brothers, the people that's going to have to take care of you when you get older. You don't have a man, and you got to answer to God now for all the things that you've done, and you start to suffer in your later years because you went against the Creator in the way He created it to be, and you thought you were going to reinvent the wheel. That's when God's going to deal with you. That's when He's going to show you the mistakes that you made and how it was a mistake and how these were bad decisions because you're not happy. You don't got what you want. What good is having a big house, mansion, and money when you in it by yourself and everybody that smiles with you is only smiling because they want that tip? They only laughing with you because they want the money from you. Then they get away from you and be like, man, she's a horrible person. She treats everybody like shit. It's just it's the holidays and I need to get my money from her and, do my work and go on by my business. But man, that lady's terrible looking and terrible attitude and just terrible. We only need the job. But I feel sorry for her. You have a lot of women who this is their life. They made the money. If you want to know what it's like to be with the money, ladies, and have all the money, just look at the rich women who have the money and they don't have the men. And you're going to see exactly where you're heading to. Because that's where you're heading to. You'll be a millionaire, you're going to be doing some of the same things they doing. You go buy your house, a big house, you're going to have to do some of the same things they doing. I don't know why you ladies think that your life's going to be different from another person who's already where you want to be. Who's already went down the road you trying to go down. It's going to be the same shit. You're going to get some of the same results because you're doing the same thing. You have the same mindset. So it's going to be the same. Men want feminine women, ladies. They don't want masculine women. Masculine women either end up getting dying alone, or with a man they don't want to be with, or they just keep boyfriends. And they say, this is just what, God sent me. This is just the best, the best guy I could get. No, this is the guy you had to get because you refused to change and make the changes. When you talk to God, God requires a sacrifice. God requires a sacrifice. Everything that you want requires sacrifices. And sacrifice is, to me, is a permanent lifestyle change. That most of you just want to do a temporary change. You don't really want to do a lifestyle change. Working out and keeping your body in shape is a lifestyle change. You got to keep doing that for the rest of your days. A lot of you don't want to do any of that work. So you guys don't understand that it's a lifestyle change for all the things you want. For a husband, it's a lifestyle change. For kids, it's a lifestyle change. For having money, it's a lifestyle change. There's a lot of changes that got to be made on your end for you to keep this lifestyle up and keep it going. Maintenance. Okay? Everything requires maintenance. All you got to do is just sit down and look at what your life going to look like when you achieve that goal realistically from where you're at right now, and you can see what it's going to be like if you're real with yourself. To lie to yourself is to ask for disaster. To lie to yourself is to say you really can't handle the truth and you don't want to deal with the truth. Because when you lie to yourself, that's what you're doing. But to each their own. I just needed to make this video and deliver this message, because I see so many women lost and don't understand nothing about men, life, money, any of the stuff that they say they want. Just don't understand it. And a lot of men is not going to waste their time trying to tell you. They're just going to look at you, disqualify you, and keep going. Because there's just too many of y'all to choose from. And he get what he want. So he's not going to sit there and go back and forth with you. It just doesn't benefit him. It doesn't make sense for him to do that. And he's not going to do that. So anyway, had to make the video, throw a little something in there. I hope it helps. Good day, ladies.